Hey everyone, Morgan Heitzma here with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today we're going to show you the new updated version of our KW Command Smart Plans. First, what we're going to do is travel over to agent.kw.com, and we'll go ahead and sign in using our KW username and password. Once signed in here, we're going to go ahead and click on the red KW square in the top left-hand corner, and we're going to make our way over to our Smart Plans. It's going to be fourth from the top here. Once inside of our Smart Plans, we'll simply go ahead and create a brand new Smart Plan by clicking on the blue Create button on the top right-hand corner. And we'll go ahead and label this as New Smart Plan. And we'll go ahead and click on Create. Once we click on Create here, you'll see that we have a new layout for our KW Command Smart Plans here, where on the right-hand side are going to be all of these Smart Plan details that you can typically find within your Smart Plan library if you are pulling one over. So for example, you'll see right here, we have the Smart Plan name. We label this as New Smart Plan. We have a 1-day duration, but this will go ahead and change as we start adding more content here. And we'll also have a steps and touches here. Very similar to what you'd find in your Smart Plan library. So if I were to go to my Smart Plan library right here, and we were to select one of our Smart Plans to pull into my Smart Plans, you'll see the same sort of information, 3 steps, duration, and your total touches right here. Last but not least, on the right-hand side, you'll see triggers and our add contacts here. So these are going to be some additional options here for you that you can add once we're done filling out this Smart Plan. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the left-hand side. The left-hand side are going to be all of these Smart Plan action items that we're going to go ahead and apply to this Smart Plan here. Typically before this update, we would see this on the right-hand side, but they've went ahead and adjusted it over here to the left. And right down below here, you'll see our compliance and best practices for outreach. So it gives you some additional information when you are going ahead and creating these Smart Plans from scratch. Last but not least, at the very bottom here, you do have tips and rules. If you have any kind of questions on the specific rules with Smart Plans, or if you're just wondering about specific tips. Now in the center here, you'll see our typical Smart Plan section will have add trigger tags, which again, we'll need to create the Smart Plan first in order for this to become active. But we do have a new update here with our timeline. So right here it says day 1, so it allows you to identify which day these specific plans are going out on. Right here, we don't have any tasks just yet, so we're going to go ahead and pull one over. We can simply click on this and drag over to our day 1 section. And what you'll see is on the right-hand side, the editable options here for us. We can go ahead and create a task name. We can write call contact right here, but we also have our merge tag option, so we can go ahead and delete the word contact. We can click on our merge tag, and we can actually add our contact first name as well as our contact last name. I can also go a little bit further and say call contact first name, last name at their specific phone number right here. So it gives me all of that information right on that specific task. If there's any other specific information that you need to enter in about this specific task right here, you can do so here. You can also add a merge tag as well within our descriptions. Scrolling down a little bit further, you'll still have your hyperlink in your priority level. Again, we are creating a task for this Smart Plan here right now, but going down a little bit further at the very bottom here, it does ask you, when should the task be created? Should it be created on day 1, or should it be created a little bit further? Since we're on day 1 right here, since day 1 is the only task that we have so far, it may not give us the option to adjust it to any other sections, but it should give you the option as we are building this out if you need to adjust this at a further date. So right here, we're going to go ahead and add step. We are going to go ahead and take a look down below right here. You see it says add day. So we're going to actually add a second day right here. There's nothing in here just yet, but say I wanted to create a buffer in between our day 1 and our day 2. Say I want to reach out to my contact or my client every week or so. So what we can do here is on the right-hand side, once we create that new day, we can actually see our delay section right here, and we can go ahead and edit this and adjust this accordingly. So we'll go ahead and say 7 days. We'll hit save right here, and you'll see that it'll say on day 1 we have a call task, and then it'll wait until day 8 to drop another task for us. And we're going to go ahead and pull our email section over here for our day 8. Within the details section on the right-hand side here, you'll see that you have the ability to, again, create a simple design, or we can pull in an email template from our designs within our KW command. So we can just simply click on Select Design right here and pull in a specific email. Now, again, scrolling down at the very bottom here, it'll say, when will this email be sent, on day 8 or day 1? Again, as we start to build this out, you'll have the option to adjust this. And then again, you'll have the ability to adjust this at a specific time as well. So if you want this email to be sent out morning, afternoon, or evening, you have that ability here. We're going to click on Add Step. We're going to leave this at any time right here. Again, we'll have to enter in our subject title here. So I'll just type in January newsletter. And within our January newsletter, we'll go ahead and add our step here. And again, keep in mind, once you start building out our days here, we can adjust them accordingly right here as well. One last thing to keep in mind is we have our send text option. We're going to add one more day right here. We're going to give it a 3 to 5 day delay. There we go. And then we're going to add in our send text right here. Keep in mind that you do have to have Twilio if you want to send those automated text messages. It'll show you up at the very top right here if you want to send an automated text through Twilio, or if you want it to create a task for you to send a manual text. Next, down below right here, we have the option to create a static or a dynamic text right here. And this is pretty cool. Say if you end up repeating this SmartPlan 3 or 4 times, you may want a different text to go through at each rotation or each repeat. Here you have the ability to do that with your dynamic. We can just simply type in our text 1, our second text right here. We can add those merge tags and merge fields as well to make it a little bit more personalized for your contact. But again, if you want to just send a standard specific text right here, we'll just use that static. And once we're happy with the look right here, we'll go ahead and just add something in right here. Once we're happy with that, we'll go ahead and hit save again. And then now what we see right here is we have a couple different options in terms of building this SmartPlan out. I'm going to go ahead and save this plan on the top right-hand corner here. And once I save this plan, then my triggers will become available for me. So here I can add my trigger tags. So at any tag that comes into my database or any contact that I tag specifically from here on out will land in this SmartPlan here. So if I wanted to add new SmartPlan tag right here, I don't quite have that, but I do have monthly SmartPlan. We'll say anyone who comes into the monthly SmartPlan or gets tagged as monthly SmartPlan will be sent to this SmartPlan right here, and we'll start to run through that timeline. So as we are moving forward here, there's one last thing. That's an add a repeat at the very bottom here. We can simply click and add this, and we can delay before we start that repeat. So say on day 13, I wanted to wait another week before we went back to day 1 right here. We can go ahead and adjust that. And we have the ability to adjust from 1 to 6 repeating times all the way up to unlimited. So this is the new updated SmartPlan section within your KW command. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com.